Be prepared for possible flashing images, highly offensive language, and adult and sexual themes.
Ricky is safe, but 4 remain in danger. Who will make the final week, and whose days are numbered? This is Celebrity Big Brother's double eviction. The results. To Celebrity Big Brother and our live double eviction. So earlier tonight, your vote saved Ricky from a Big Brother breakup, leaving Bear, James, Lewis and Samantha to face a painful double dumping. Shall we do it? The results are in. Time to talk to the house. Celebrity Big Brother house, this is Emma. Bear. Yes! James. Lewis. Samantha. The viewers have spoken. Your fate is sealed. Since Wednesday, the British public have been voting to save. I can now reveal the 2 housemates with the fewest votes, and 5th and 6th to be evicted are...
Sit back. Come back. Bear. Go.
Lewis, you are 5th to be evicted. And... James, you are 6th to be evicted. Lewis and James, you have both lost your place in the Celebrity Big Brother house. You will be leaving the house together. Please say your goodbyes.
I can't believe it, bro.
Okay.
No, mate, it's not cool. It's fucking out of order.
Lewis and James, you have both been evicted. Please leave the Celebrity Big Brother house.
Let's go. Lewis, come on.
Lewis and James, you have both been evicted. Please leave the Celebrity Big Brother house immediately.
I love you, Rami. I love you, baby. I'll see you in 6 days' time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Together, show mine. You're going to
watching and chatting to the two of you in the break, you do seem genuinely happy to have walked out of that house together.
Yeah, I think we were, weren't we?
I couldn't have left with a better man.
I'm like his dad.
Oh,
Don't stop moaning.
nice. Are you surprised that it was you, Lewis, tonight?
Do you know what?
5 of you up, obviously, so...
Yeah, I mean, look, Marnie's face is there and I'm gutted to leave her, and I said the whole time that the best thing about that experience was meeting her. And do you know what? It's been an amazing journey, and tonight is the first time that I wasn't excited about eviction. I had a real lull a couple of hours ago, and I just needed to have a little minute to myself and lay down. So I'm not surprised because, you know, sometimes you can just pick up on things, and I felt that tonight was my time to go.
Really? We've had a few people say that, like, they sense that you'll kind of get that feeling if you're going to go.
Yeah.
Marnie's been really upset since you come out.
Yeah, I'm gutted to leave her. It's the first night I'm going to wake up to in 21 days, you know what I mean? It's different, it's weird for me, like, I sleep on my own every night. It's weird.
Isn't
She's
he
a
a big
top
old
bird, that man.
softie? Isn't he? So this week you got to do face-to-face nominations. How did you feel, kind of, I know you've seen them on the screen, but to kind of have to listen to people saying that about you, or for the reasons that they nominated you. Last time it was kind of all based on Bear. This time it was quite different. So of the 5, were there any that hurt?
Do you know what? I don't really remember them. I've seemed to have developed a bit of a skill in my life to sort of forget negative things and move on to the positive. So
Well, I can tell you.
I don't even... You please feel free.
So James and Samantha said that they thought that you were a threat. I've got it written down, I'm brilliant. They said that they thought you were a threat. Did you believe that? Does it get to the point where you think that people are just making up?
I feel like the one reason I was in that house is like, I quit TV earlier on this year because I was coming across like a bit of a douche. And
Your language has improved since you come out.
The one reason I was in there is because it's given me, my mum, a bit of a head start now, and I was in there for that. And, you know, I wasn't in there to perform, I was in there just to be myself, and I feel like I've done that more than I have on TV the rest of the time. I think I've done myself proud.
Frankie and Ricky said that they saw an aggressive side to you at times.
Yeah, if someone comes for my girl, I'll go for them. 100%.
That was, to be honest, that was one thing that I wanted to ask, was that Marnie obviously was always there when it happened, and was it kind of wanting to save face in front of Marnie and not kind of looking like someone that was backing away from a row?
No, because I mean, I don't know, I love her, like, I'm protective of her. That's it.
Do I need to buy a hat?
I think you'd be invited in, to be honest. No proposals anytime soon, though. She gets a few, that girl, you know what I mean? She gets a few geezers after her, didn't she? So we'll see how it goes.
Well, she's very beautiful.
She's lovely.
Heavy D did seem to bring that aggressive side out in you.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Why him?
I said in the post-show interviews that loud people who like can't have a logical conversation are one thing that get to me, and you casting that went very well. Put it that way. You got to me a couple of times.
James, you're nodding your head along with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was difficult. There are some fairly loud characters in there. And poor old Heavy, there was a line, and he didn't quite know when to stop.
Colin was lovely. Heavy D was...
Yeah, we heard you say that. He was...
Yeah.
He was larger than life when we had him here the other day.
I'm sure he was.
He didn't shut up.
I'm sure he was.
Did he say boom more than 71 times?
I put a boom ban on from the beginning of the interview.
That would have been
let's
good.
talk Marnie.
Oh, God.
Did you know from the moment you... Look, there she is, really upset. Did you know from the minute you saw her in that house that something would happen?
No. I mean, it's tough. Like, I feel like I've done 6 months with her. Like, 80% of my time I was next to that girl. You only see a small part of that show, but... She made me feel like a kid. You know, it's difficult in there to be intimate, and my 2 favourite times in that house was when we were jumping around the garden like monkeys, like playing like we was 12 years old. And then when I was in jail, and she told me that she loves me, like, and it was just very sweet. It was very innocent. It's not something I'm really used to. And she's just very cool, man. I feel like she's my best friend, and I fancy her as well. So it's a bonus.
That's lucky, isn't it?
Let's hope so. Yeah. Like you say, you know, time is it's intense in there, isn't it? And you say you feel like you've been together for 6 months, but some people were talking about, is it a showmance?
Of course.
And I suppose, coming from the type of shows that you come from, that is understandable.
Well, I don't know if you've seen Towie, but I weren't no good at showmances. But, yeah, she questioned me a couple of times, and I said my mum would say, good for you, you know.
Did you feel like you had to prove yourself even more?
100%, yeah. I needed to see the person that I am, not the person that everyone else thinks I am. And I've dug my own grave, but... I took my mum to Paris earlier on this year. I mentioned it the other day, and I said to her, Mum, I'm never going to find a woman like you. And she cried because she said that's all she wants for me, and I think that's her. Like, She loves me for who I am, and I love her because she's
Mum's
wicked.
getting well
She goes to me.
emotional
She
down
goes to me. Look at me. I've got no makeup on. I've been ill in here. I feel sick. How do you still fancy me? I go, I don't know. I just do. I just do. Look at you. You're
But
lovely.
do you know what? Renee said it to her the other day. Like, you can have your hair scraped up, a bandana on, and no makeup, and you are still beautiful.
She cut my bandanas, yeah?
She's really, she's a gorgeous girl.
Listen, do you know what? She's a barrel of laughs, mate. She's good stuff.
Let's go from your girlfriend to possibly your best friend in the house, and that is Bear.
Yeah.
He has riled a lot of people in there. Why do you think you could get on with him?
I'll tell you exactly for why, because we come from very similar backgrounds. Our mum and dad's have very, tumultuous relationships coming up. We're both the same age. We both come from people judging us for what they see on TV, not for who we are. We both want the best for our families, and we go about things in different ways, but he's a good soul, and he's in there playing a game, and he's playing it very, very well. If he can walk out of here beating this man, he's doing something right, because he's a G. But listen, he's a good kid, and he's out there to prove to the world how much he wants it, and he does want it, and if he wins, I'm going to leave you put some money on him.
Do you think he's ever overstepped the mark? Because, yes, it's fair enough to go in there and play the game, because it is a game, but when it's hurting people and making people upset at the expense of entertainment and a TV show, is that really fair?
Well,
you yourself said you didn't
no.
enjoy it when you were at the receiving end of it with Heavy
Yeah,
G.
I mean, listen, I've been discounted a lot throughout my life for people judging me on some actions and some mistakes that I've made. I'll never walk away from someone for something that they do. I believe I look beyond that and see people for who they are. And it's just a question of whether you want to follow the crowd and win the game or whether you want to stand by your beliefs. And I believe Bear's a good man, and he's being very smart in there. And the public will agree. They want to keep watching him. It's good for him. Let him win it.
What do you think, James?
I agree, actually. Bear is incredibly difficult in some cases, as you've seen. Last night, as you probably didn't see, he insisted on making strange noises all through the night.
I made a couple as well.
You made a couple as well, which was aggravating, to say the least. Best thing is to ignore it, and then it goes away. But I've had some great talks. I don't know if you saw any of them with Bear. He's really switched on. And if he can control the side that sometimes goes just a little bit too far, I think he could be... He wants to be an actor. He wants to write and produce himself. I think he could be an amazing asset to this country if somebody guides him. If he's allowed to do exactly as he wants, as he was in there, and with my good friend here occasionally playing along with him, he's then going to have trouble. But if he can rein it back a little bit and actually use that energy that he has
In the right way.
Yeah, if he can harness that energy, he'll be the next
do
Russell
well.
Brand.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So this week... sorry, not this week. You received a couple of nominations this week, but you've survived 2 evictions.
This is my 3rd.
So
I didn't survive this one.
No,
did I? No,
that's why you
right.
survived too. Did you think you would survive tonight?
Do you want me to be absolutely honest?
Absolutely honest.
I was trying my hardest to keep a low profile to get voted out.
He's been like the Sith Lord.
But
He's been like a
were
Sith
you?
Lord.
Because you said from the beginning you wanted to go in there, get a paycheck and get out.
I
But
did.
I thought, James, that I saw when you survived each time, you were a bit like, ooh,
I
like
was.
this.
He loved
Do you know
it.
what I
And
mean?
listen, the
And
geezer loved it.
spinning the wheel next to you was the high point of my broadcasting career. But
Now I don't know if he's being that sarcastic.
Listen, I'm
James.
glad I brought my notepad. I'd start taking notes and he shut birds up. Hey!
But when I said I would do it, they said to me, "You'll be out first. Old people never last very long. It's always the young people who go out." So I didn't bring enough clothes in anyway. So after the first one, I didn't. I thought, okay. So then I got 2 weeks, and I thought, I'll be out the next one. No. Then I got the biggest amount of votes. Apparently, that was nice. And then another 3 weeks. I'd been married quite a long time. Ups and downs through my marriage and all sorts of things, but I've never not spoken to Mrs. W for this amount of time, and I was missing my dogs. And I mean, I'm sorry
James,
about that,
we
but...
saw you with them today.
Oh, did
well,
you?
with
Oh, right, that's
Daisy May.
embarrassing.
Is that right?
Daisy May, yeah.
That was a really emotional moment,
Daisy
wasn't
May.
it?
Don't you? No, yeah. And so I was actually hoping, but then I thought when you announced Ricky, I thought, oh, they're gonna go through everybody announcing how many votes, but maybe I'll just be able to, because I know that Bear's popular. I thought this guy might be on till the end as well, which is why I voted for him to be nominated a few times, as he knows. And Samantha has the Foxy Army, a huge army of fans. So I was quite prepared. I thought I'd be going.
You asked James one question, he talks for the whole amount of time.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You see,
Do you do radio? Do you do radio by any
Aubrey
chance?
said that to me a few times.
Let's talk about Aubrey, actually. You're just about to mention her. She didn't take you nominating her very well at all. Now, give us a situation with the two of you, because we haven't seen a lot of you two being super close.
Right.
So did you have a really close type
Long
relationship
conversations
together?
about politics. We had long conversations about her bloke and her dog's the same as my dog. We talked about lives. There's not a lot to do in there. We talked about a lot. And Aubrey is an interesting... But she's very politically motivated. And it was interesting to talk about it. And I thought... But she's always telling me I talk too much. She's always...
What?
She's always telling me I should listen more. And... which is exactly what Mrs W says. So... I decided, for a bit of a laugh, because we put the same people up all the time, I'll be very quick and talk very quickly, that I just put her up. But actually, she didn't like it. No, she didn't like it.
You did really well not talking when Lewis had his 6 minutes of chat just then. So well done.
Thank you.
You said that you were going to try and keep a low profile, but in the beginning, we did see you snap in the kitchen when the boys were kind of trying to get to you, invading your personal space, and then we saw you throw the coffee.
The boys?
Yeah. Well, you and Bear. It was the second day, wasn't it? And I had contracted asthma, as you probably know. And the doctor... And I was not in a very good place. And I did snap. I apologised immediately, because I shouldn't have behaved in that way, and I was ashamed of myself. And kind of hoped that would... I thought I'll be out this week. Didn't work either. And I apologise. That's exactly the sort of behaviour Bear has been told off for. I shouldn't have done it, and I did snap, and I should have joined in, but I wasn't feeling myself. So I apologise.
Very quickly, as a mature man of the world, what is your take on that house?
I'll tell you what. I went in thinking it would be the easiest money I'd ever earned in my entire life. I've cried. I've been angry. I've sat and looked at the sky. I've talked to birds flying around because I've dressed as a woman.
That was amazing.
Did you see that as well?
I did. And do you know
for
what? We
goodness
might
sake.
get to show it you again now because I have to show you your best bits.
Dear.
Here you go. It's Lewis.
What's happening?
Lewis is a gentleman.
It's got to be ladies first, isn't it?
He's very handsome. He's a charming man.
You're lovely, so right.
He's a caring chap.
Lewis is really handsome, isn't he?
There is trouble in the show, lads.
I felt like everything that you said to me is bullshit.
Lewis is a fucking snake.
Now, our clique's pretty solid.
Yeah, mate.
But he's starting to piss his friends off. 6 months ago, she has together.
No.
I'm not gonna save his phone number in my phone when I leave.
You know what's gonna happen with the girl?
There was a girl?
There was a girl? I don't know.
You know the girl?
I'm not seeing anyone like that.
You're mugging yourself off, mate.
Oh my God! Big Brother is giving you a formal warning.
He's such a great guy.
You're my brother from another mother.
He kicks me shame.
Modeling the newest scrotum.
My time in the Big Brother house has been absolutely magical. I feel like a guy.
It's James.
Oh, dear. I'm here!
A really intelligent guy.
Every religion believes in an imaginary friend. What we need is a little democracy, is it not?
No, mate.
He's quite opinionated.
You're known as a bit of a mouthy bitch.
He just seems uptight.
Do you want a lick?
Oh, no!
I mean, I'm not known to be that sensitive, am I?
Guys. That's it, right? That really is terrible. We are seeing anarchy.
The bald eagle. Fuck him.
Let's deal with this now. Aubrey, I feel like I'm being told what to do.
Spend time over there. No, don't interrupt me. No, you're fake, and you just exposed yourself.
I'm going to revert to being just miserable old bastard and sit in the corner on my own.
Is a mad ting, bruv.
If I haven't looked like a prick so far...
My name's Marjorie.
He's a grumpy old man, but he's got a huge heart.
James is cute, isn't he?
He wants to go out with a bang.
Shit! This Big Brother experience should be available on the National Health. I think it would be good for everybody.
Well done, bro. Well done. I'm with you. I'm with you, Pam. Well done, mate. Well done. I do. What are we doing now?
So there we have it. Lewis and James are goners, but how is their departure going to affect the house? Well, tune in tomorrow to the highlight show at 10:30 to find out. Now, do you think you have got what it takes to be a legendary housemate? If so, then we'd like to hear from you. Yes, we would. A brand new series of Big Brother is going to be kicking off next summer, and you could be part of it. So, if you are up for an unforgettable experience and the opportunity to win a massive amount of cash, then head to bigbrotherauditions.com to register your interest right now. That's your lot. Thank you so much for coming, everybody out here. Stick around because Ryland's up next with Bet on the Side, and that is followed by Live from the House at midnight on 5 Star. As ever, keep up to date with all the latest house news at the Big Brother website. And I'll be back here on Tuesday at 9 p.m. for another double eviction. Yes, another 2 are going to be leaving. I'll leave you now with the live fallout from tonight's double eviction. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.
Nope, that kid got a bottle.
Nice. So
These
did
are
me.
my boobs. You are not having them.
Did you?
I also think differently, and in my family, that wasn't. Because he was a boy.
It wasn't an option.
He wasn't gonna grow up and then ask me, Mom, how'd you get fed? How'd I get fed? And I gotta be like, you sucked on my boob. My son don't even want to hug me, let alone find out that I breastfed.
My mom didn't breastfeed.
No.
I do feel like it's probably why I get 17 bacteria.